Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a flood relief telethon raises thousands of dollars from across the country. And one organization is turning into a hub for those who need help cleaning up, more than 1 month after the devastating floods.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 6:01 on Tuesday, August 30th. Let's go over and see what Brandon's up to in the Weather Center.
Well, doing a little double duty this
You
morning,
are.
trying to get some things clipped and up here. But no, it's pretty quiet over here this morning. It's been a fairly calm start to the day, and I think we'll continue to see a little calm weather, just some fog out there as we head through the first part of your morning. So be careful if you're traveling. Let's take a look at the last 6 hours on the satellite and radar loop. You can see rain moving in from central Kentucky. A few little spotty showers and storms. They've already worked their way through our northern counties. We'll keep you posted on the rest of it at this point. So far, so good. Moorhead along I-64. Maybe just a touch of rain there. It looks like the road is a little bit wet, so we'll keep you posted on that. Not a whole lot of action there traffic-wise. 68 right now, 5-mile visibility, which looks a little bit that's probably down to the road at the Rowan County Airport there, Moorhead Rowan County Airport. But dew point is up in the 60s there. So basically when your dew point and your air temperature is basically the same, soupy is the word of the day. 62 Clintwood, 69 Prestonsburg, 70 Pikeville, Logan, Jackson, 72 Somerset and London this morning. Coffee meter, a normal day on that, but as we look at the next dozen hours instead of donuts, you'll see that temperatures are going to start climbing, but not a lot. I think we'll see those rain chances and clouds keep us a little bit cooler today, only upper 70s for daytime highs. Jess?
Thanks, Brandon. Raising thousands of dollars for a good cause. We partnered with several of our Gray television stations last night for the Appalachia Rises Come Hell or High Water Flood Relief Telethon. By all accounts, it was a huge success with more than $150,000 raised. That number does not include online donations, so we believe the final count will be much higher. WYMT's Dakota Makris had the backstage access and has some of the highlights.
Come hell or high water, Kentucky, we're praying for you.
Certainly prayers Eastern Kentuckians could use as they rebuild from deadly flooding.
When you see your community devastated, when you feel what your family and friends and neighbors are feeling, that's very traumatic.
Several Eastern Kentucky country music artists using their talents to raise money for flood relief.
Any way that we can try to fill the nook and cranny of any where that money needs to go is what we're trying to find. We're looking for families that, maybe are falling between the cracks.
And it is images they remember from hard-hit areas like Buckhorn and Highway 476 in Perry County.
Just totally devastated, and it's awesome that we can get together and do something like this.
With special guests like Ashland, Kentucky native and country music star Winona Judd making appearances. But the telethon stretches beyond Kentucky borders to the volunteer state. Country music singer and songwriter T. Graham Brown was one of Monday night's co-hosts. He saw the devastation left behind more than 1 month ago.
The people of Kentucky are very resilient, great folks. I'm from the South, and I just love to see people come together like this.
Come hell or high water, I'll be here waiting for you.
100% of the proceeds raised goes to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's flood relief efforts. The organization has already given out more than $1 million to flood victims. If you did not get a chance to donate last night, you can still find a link to do anytime on our website, WYMT.com. Governor Andy Beshear discussed the flooding and relief efforts during a stop in Lawrence County on Monday, saying the last month has shown the best of who we are as people. After saying, quote, "I am so proud of Kentuckians and the way they responded and reacted and the heroism they showed." The governor said the region is still looking at the most complicated rebuilding process in its history. But he said the Commonwealth is moving forward quickly because of so many people working together.
I will say that we are further ahead of where we were a month out of the tornadoes. Intermediate housing, which is so important that's getting people stabilized is going on and growing as we speak. The long-term challenges are already being addressed. It's going to be a long road, but we're going to make it.
Governor Beshear says everyone has stepped in to do so much, but there is so much more to do. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell agrees with the governor in the fact there is still a lot of work to be done to help with the flood response in eastern Kentucky. The senator visited Kentucky's Emergency Operations Command Center on Monday to meet with Kentucky's emergency management leaders and FEMA. FEMA says more than $84 million have been given out in individual and business assistance. Senator McConnell says lessons have been learned since the western Kentucky tornadoes to help in the response, but he says more needs to be done.
This is really difficult, and if there's any way at the federal level I can be of assistance, we want to continue to do that.
FEMA says they are still having trouble with communicating with flood victims in eastern Kentucky. They say that's limiting their options to get crucial information to those who need it. At least 30 families have found refuge at Carr Creek Campground after losing their homes during the flood. WYMT's Keaton Hall followed along as Hazard Church brought supplies to some of the people who need it most.
It's going to take a village and then some to rebuild after the floods.
This is not going to be a few of us that get everyone out. If we are not all in this together, we're simply not going to make it. We all need each other right now.
Summit Church has operated as a donation center since the floods happened. But as the needs of the community change, so has the church's response.
People started to contact us about needs in other areas like school resource centers or campsites where people who have lost their homes and that sort of thing, now they are having to stay at places like Carr Fork Lake.
Pastor Mark organized a convoy of trucks loaded with cookware, grills, inflatable beds, and more to Carr Creek Campground, which is home to at least 30 displaced families. Kayla Morton lost her house and 2 vehicles in the flood.
We actually had to evacuate our home. We woke up to 3 feet of water in our house.
At times, the water was over Kayla's head as she helped rescue her 2 young children with her husband.
I put my 3-year-old on his shoulders, and we fit all of our belongings in a bag, and I held it over my head, and we waded through the water, and we walked to Walmart.
Kayla lost everything, and the response she's seen from FEMA and the Red Cross has left her disheartened.
There's these organizations that are supposed to be there for us and help us through these disasters, and they're not.
In her time of need, Kayla has found hope in her community.
The help the majority have people have received is from good-hearted people of the community, people that live away from here. It's individuals, it's churches, it's the little people that's stepping up and helping us carry this burden and making us feel like we're not alone.
Looking to the mountains for help and finding it. In Perry County, Keaton Hall, WYMT Mountain News.
Pastor Mark Holmes says there are plenty of churches and local organizations providing relief. But if you would like to donate to Summit Church, you can find more information on our website. Meanwhile, water is almost completely restored in all of Perry County. On Monday, Hazard Mayor Happy Mobilini shared there are only 40 households still without water, and the majority of those homes are in the Buckhorn community. He said they have been working in those areas this week and hope it will be restored by Sunday.
We're working on Fab Fork today, and tomorrow we're going to Gage Creek and work around the lake, and we hope by the Sunday we have everybody in the county back on water.
Mayor Mobilini says when those areas get water back, they will be under a boil water advisory. Both Perry and Breathitt County schools are now back in session. The start date was delayed due to the flood. Students and teachers now get some form of normalcy along with social interaction. Perry County Central High School Principal Michelle Ritchie says students have supplies thanks to many donations.
They're filled with anything that they need for the class. So, you know, the normal backpack list that you would get for each class, you don't have that. You just walk in and the teacher says, this is what you need for my class, and we've supplied it.
The Buckhorn School and Robinson Elementary students will return to class on September 6th at the old A.B. Combs Elementary.
6:11 on this Tuesday morning, and things looking fairly okay for now. We take a look at the last 6-hour loop on the satellite and radar. Some rain coming in from central Kentucky. Most of it is moving north of us for now, but some more trying to develop there into parts of Rockcastle County and Lake Cumberland this morning. We'll keep you posted as it gets a little bit closer. Temperatures out there 62 Clintwood to 72 London and Somerset this morning. So we'll keep an eye on that trend across the state region. 70 in the Tri-Cities, 74 Bowling Green in Louisville, 73 in Paducah, 71 in Knoxville, 68 in Hazard, and 70 across the river in Cincinnati. Day planner, back and forth chances for scattered showers and storms today. Scattered is the key word. I think they get a little bit less scattered as we head into the afternoon hours behind the cold front, but temperatures stay in the upper 70s pretty much all day long. Chas?
Thanks, Brandon, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, how high gas prices could be leading car buyers to a new type of vehicle in their next purchase.